And I'm back.
Short nap. Brief nap.
Short nap helps. Private Ned Gillen. This is a letter that Ned writes to Jinx in 1918, March of 1918, from Camp Funston, Kansas.
Do you need your glasses?
I do need my glasses. Dear Jinx, thanks for your letter. We're shipping out soon. Troops already over there will be whooping and hollering to see us replacements show up. Heck, Holler and me are in the same regiment. Guess they figured the Manifest Championship track team should stay together. Soon as we send old Heine back to Germany, the other guys from the Manifest High Class of 18 plan to meet up at the Eiffel Tower with us to drink a toast. You tell Pearl Ann and the other girls not to be jealous of the mademoiselles. They're Bond boys in uniform, and we'll be home in time to take them to the homecoming dance this coming fall. And tell Velma T thanks for the relief parcels she sent. There's some kind of bug going around that's waylaid half the camp with aches and fever and chills. It started a few days ago when one guy reported to the infirmary before breakfast, and today there are 500 in makeshift beds all over the place. I've been taking an assortment of Velma T's home remedies. After my umpteenth trip to the latrine, I figured most of her elixirs are laxatives, but so far I'm holding up better than most. All for now. Next time you hear from me, it'll be on some of that fancy perfume paper from over there. Ich hab wunderlich Pfoten, which is German for I have stinky feet. Signed by Ned. P.S. We told Heck that means put down your weapons.
So when he runs into somebody and he needs to say, put down your weapon,
Ich habe wunderlich Pfoten.
He's going to tell them instead that he has stinky feet. So let's talk about this for just a second. He has gotten to the war in Europe.
He's not. He's still in Kansas.
He's still in Kansas.
He's at a
fort
training camp.
Yeah, a training camp. But what was making me think this is they plan to meet up at the Eiffel Tower to toast a drink to their victory after this is over. And it says, tell Pearl Ann that we'll be home in time to go to the homecoming dance in the fall. Now, this is March
of 1918.
So they think that they're going to be home April, May, June, July, August, September, October-ish, so 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
How long did World War I last?
It lasted until, 1920 or 1921? Yeah.
So they're not going to make it home by fall.
Well, it had been going on since 1914.
Right. But they think that they're just going to go over there and put an end to it all.
Right.
And they're in for a little bit of a rude awakening.
Now,
but
let's talk about something
else.
Yes. What did we all just go through a few years ago? 2020, 2021, we had the COVID crisis, right? The COVID virus, still out there.
But it's not like it was where we're all in lockdown.
Yeah.
Now, this is 1918. One dude goes to the infirmary with fever and chills, and now there's 500 people.
So this was their version. 100 years before we had it, we had COVID in 2020, and this is in 1918. This is 100 years before that. It was called the Spanish flu, and it was very deadly because they didn't have any way to really treat it. So a lot of people died when they got the Spanish flu, and that's what this is talking about. Is it's brand new. No one knows what it is. They just feel like there's a bug. And so now
they know that people are coming down with it quickly.
Overnight almost.
They're getting very, very, very sick, and a lot of them are dying.
Right.
And it happened very, very quickly.
Correct.
And they did not have the type of sanitation that we had to help us during COVID. They did not have the same kind of N95 masks, and they didn't have Clorox wipes, and they didn't have, running water in all of their homes, and soap at the ready, and hand sanitizer. So as bad as it was, we were much, much better prepared. And so it just really spread like wildfire in 1918. And one of the documentaries I watched said that like people would get sick and then get like really, really sick and or die within a matter of 24 hours.
Wow.
It was crazy fast.
This was called the Spanish flu.
The Spanish flu. And that's going to become more and more important as we go on.
Are you going to read the Hattie Mae part?
I am. Hattie Mae's News Auxiliary, May 30th, 1918. The recent commencement ceremony for the senior class of 1918 was a momentous occasion and certainly brought back fond memories of my own graduation last year. However, by all accounts, this year's event was bittersweet as some of the class members were not present. You all recall the recent Bon Voyage celebration for the Army recruits from the Manifest class of 1918. It was a moving event as we said goodbye, though only for a time, to our brave lads. I thought it fitting to name them here along with some of their activities. Luther Heck Carlson. This is the first time we've learned that his name isn't actually just Heck. It's Luther. Luther Heck Carlson, track and... You got to stop moving it. Sorry. Track and field and the Glee Club. What's the Glee Club?
They all sang together. It was like a choir. But it was more fun because it was in school.
Ivan Haller Carlson, track and field and the class treasurer. Lance Devlin, track...
What do you suppose his name was Holler? Because he used to holler all the time.
Probably.
You know what that means? If not, ask your grandparents.
Holler. Lance Devlin, track and field and football.
I bet he was good looking. Anybody whose name is Lance Devlin, he's probably the quarterback.
Probably. And his dad owns the mine, so he's rich.
Oh, he is the Mines kid? Yeah, all right.
Ned Gillen, track and field and the senior play. And Douglas Hamilton, booster staff.
Now, with a name like Douglas Hamilton, he probably, after the war and after the Spanish flu, he went out to this new place out west in California, and it was called Hollywood.
And
he got into the movies.
An actor.
He got into the movies with a name like that.
An actor name, doesn't
Yes.
he? Having bid a fond farewell to our boys in arms, now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. That means you, ladies. The Daughters of the American Revolution will be sponsoring a blanket drive, a bake sale, a letter writing campaign, and much more. Thanks to Pearl Ann Larkin for organizing the event before she heads off to college.
Isn't she just a goody two-shoes?
Miss Velma T. Harkrader was going to enlist the aid of her chemistry class in mixing up some of her good for what ails you elixir. It seems the need is great at Camp Funston as many of the soldiers are still battling the flu. They didn't know what it was.
No.
Unfortunately, she is having to produce her elixir at home due to another freak mishap, which resulted in her classroom windows being blown out.
Ooh.
She's a questionable chemistry teacher.
Well, sounds like a fun class.
Yeah, but thanks to everyone for your support and for those of you who requested a printing of the special send-off cheer. It is as follows.
Off to war and don't be late. Here come the boys, 1918.
Here come the boys of.
Boys of 1918.
Get it? 1918.
Yeah.
Bump.
I cracked that code.
Special thanks to Margaret Evans, senior class president, for writing the class cheer, which I have adapted here. Permission granted for printing. For all the who's, what's, whys, whens, and wheres, both here and abroad, refer to the Manifest Herald. We've got sources we didn't even know about. Hattie Mae Harper, reporter about town.
And this advertisement or advertisement, Old St. Jack's Lumbago Liniment. Oh, I've got lumbago in my back. I'm down in my back.
So that means an achy back.
Yeah, don't moan.
And liniment is like a cream you put on it.
It's like lotion.
Yeah.
Don't moan about the ache in your back. Rub it out with Old St. Jack. Back hurt you? Can't straighten up without feeling sudden pain, sharp aches, and twinges? Well, that's just lumbago or sciatica, or maybe you're just getting old. But whatever the case, Old St. Jack's is the liniment for you. Just have a little missus rub the ointment on your back, and the blessed relief will come your way. The ointment leaves a slight discoloration of the skin, but it gives this hearty glow. And it can be used on the face as well. Oh, I bet that's good. Don't wait. Get your trial bottle of Old St. Jack's at your local hardware store next to the varnish.
I don't think you should buy any medication next to the varnish.
No.
And it leaves a glow, so it makes you probably orange.
It probably has
camphor in it, or
yeah, or maybe menthol.
yeah,
Because if you put a lot of menthol on your skin, it'll turn kind of red for a little
red.
bit.
Yeah. All right, that's
But
it.
you'll
for
feel
tonight.
it.
That's it.
Yep. Okay. Adios.